Assalamu alaikum and very good evening, sir. We are doing 360 degree and I do have with me Ali Mr. Rana, Sabir Sultan and Safar. Well, as Bangladesh has gone through numerous development activities over the last few years, and the most significant input of those activities are today's youth. But the question arises, are today's youth sustainable for themselves and for in terms of employment for the future with the current traditional educational system? To find out the answer, we have to go to the substitute, which is vocational educational training, which is already existed in our country. And the main problem of this case is the image crisis of vocational educational training in our country, which implies that the vocational educational training is not standard, people are not aware of it, the mindset, not all the classes of people represented the vocational educational training, and the outreach and the resource scarcity. Moving forward. Well, in the short analysis, we can say that the strength of the vocational educational training is a higher percentage of students. We do have 40% of the total population, which is 65 million in our country, ages between 15 to 25. So higher percent of students is there to invite in the education system, and also the employment opportunities. If people go through this vocational educational training, they can employ themselves and they can give employment to others also. The weaknesses, as I told earlier, the image crisis, the standardized system, and the number of institutions also. The opportunity is the situation of our country. Bangladesh is a developing country. So if people get skilled to do their own work, they can start new startups and they can employ themselves and they can give employment to others also. The third is the national curriculum and also the national traditional employment system, which favors the national curriculum. In the quarter's 5 forces, we can see the bargaining powers of the buyers in the vocational education system is high. Also the suppliers, the bargaining power is high also, and the shares of the new entrants is low and the competitive rivalry is very strong. Now I invite my next presenter to carry out the presentation.
Now, before going to the big idea, we had actually come up with some alternative solutions. What could be done? One idea was to merge the two systems, the mainstream education system and the vocational education system, into one system, so that the vocational education system is common to one and everyone is sort of being made to learn this thing. But that idea actually didn't seem very feasible to us because this sudden change people will not be able to accept. That is one. And two, there will be overburden of subjects and they'll be forced to learn, which will actually discourage them into getting into one or two main subjects later on in their lives. And the other alternative solution was that we will go with the vocational training as it is and to a more exhaustive campaign, try to attract more students into vocational training. But even that did not seem very feasible to us. That is because of the mindset of the people that they already have about vocational training. They will not be able to come out of that mindset and get themselves enrolled in education training. So here comes our big idea. Moving on. Presenting to you, restructure and build a new image of vocational education and training. We are introducing professional education and training. We are doing this to wipe off the existing mindset of people about vocational training. We would rename to create a re-image in the mind of people. That is, this is not the traditional vocational training that is of which the people's kind mindset is that people those who are not good enough to cope up with the mainstream education are going to the vocational training, and that is why we have reintroduced this. Now, how to implement vocational training? Just come out of the box in a flash. What we're doing is we're introducing a subject on this in standard 6 and 7 so that people would actually be interested on this subject later on in their lives, get familiar, that they get to know, yes, they have a preference towards it. And then in standard 7, we're introducing counseling so that people are encouraged to go into vocational training. We're dividing the mainstream education system into vocational training and also into mainstream education system. And to make that feasible, to make that more attractive to them, what we're doing is we're giving a similar standard certification such as HSC Professional, SSC Professional. That way, the education standard and the certification standard remains same. So the prestige incentive that they're getting remains intact. Moving on. A2I in action. Now, it was in the case that the people, those who go to vocational training, those who have put potential to go to vocational training, they're actually scared that the idea may not be stable enough for them, that the career may not be stable. How to ensure that you have big feedback from A to I? The idea generators, the people who will have the potential to generate innovative ideas, will be given mentorship and incentives by milestones so that the idea generators can move forward with their ideas. And those people, those who want to study vocational training but still they are not idea generators, can work with the idea generators and get employed themselves. So in this way, unemployment can be solved.
Now, the question comes: how to reach the people? How to reach the people with the big idea, that is the professional education and training. So we have come up with the 360-degree campaign. In the campaign, we will show you how to do the marketing, how to do the brand awareness, and how to do the ATL and the BTL. Now comes to the marketing. Here's the market segmentation. In the geographic segmentation, we will reach to the rural areas and also the urban areas, the students in the rural areas and the urban areas. In the demographic segmentation, we already mentioned that we will target the youths. In the psychographic segmentation, we will show that through our branding, through our campaign, we will change the mindset of the youth. Now, in the target market analysis, we can show you that the youths are completely unaware about the advantages of professional education and training. The inferiority complex is very high among the youths, and the instability, and youths generally see the instability of vocational educational training. That is why we have targeted the youths. In the brand awareness, our tagline is creating opportunities. As we have a shortage of employment opportunities, we will not seek for employment. Rather, we will build opportunities for our own employment. So that is our tagline, and this is our logo. Throughout the logo, we can see that about the professional educational training, we are showing that the globe is trying to create opportunities. Now, about the promotional strategy, we have divided our promotional strategy into two parts, that is the ATL and the BTL. In the ATL, we have the TVC, radio, print media, and social media. Throughout all these mediums, we will try to promote our strategy to reach our targeted people properly. Now, in the BTL,
in BTL, we will be going to schools, colleges, universities, basically educational institutes, and promote vocational training. So, in one phase, we are targeting the people who can be my students in the vocational training. Another one, I'm targeting those people who have this perception about vocational training, and I'm here to change that. Because even though these people won't come to me, they affect their peers' chances, their secondary audience, they affect their peers' chances of going into those kind of education. If they think that this is inferior, their peers will also be disinterested in going there. What we'll be doing is, as you all know, success inspires success. So we'll be bringing in successful entrepreneurs from vocational trainings, and they will give a speech. We'll have small workshops, small seminars where they share their experiences, how this helped them in their entrepreneurial activities, and how they were able to create opportunities for others. And also, what we'll be doing is, we'll have youth ambassadors from different institutions who will promote vocational training, as well as youth exchange program. We'll be taking students, sending them to other countries and bringing their students in. We'll be doing it in third countries so that the cost is low, and it's a similar situation. Moving on to the financials, for print media ad, we have 28,08,000, and that is 4,800 per column inch and 5 inch 3 columns, and we do this 4 times a year, so that's there. We have RDC cost, and at last we have the miscellaneous cost for workshops and other things combined. So we have a total budget of 69,40,000. Now, why do we think this campaign is feasible? First of all, we're not doing anything dramatic. We're not doing anything that's totally out of the box. We're taking simple concept and making the best out of it. We are rebranding the vocational because the common perception is inferior. And to get out of that, we need a lot of branding. However, what we are doing is we're creating a new image and promoting the vocational training
30 seconds.
Okay, but another thing with the exchange program, we'll be doing in SAARC countries so that we have maximum cooperation and minimum cost. And this is why we believe this is the best way to go about professional training. Thank you, sir.
Alright guys, good presentation. I just have a few observations and then a few questions.
Yes, sir.
Could you please go to the SWOT analysis slide? Right. So, number one, higher percentage of students, that's not a strength, that's an opportunity. That's a mistake, theoretically. Next slide, porters, please. Why did you put up this information in the slide? What is the role of porters 5 forces in this whole presentation?
We try to show that the threats of the substitutes, right? The substitutes can
Yeah,
be,
the substitutes are, I can read, the
Yes,
substitutes are, we have a high percentage of, high possibility that there will be substitutes
yes, sir.
of this, then what?
That is why we try to.
You just gave an information. You could have simply written that Cristiano Ronaldo is my favorite footballer in the slides. That would have made no sense. Just like that statement, this slide makes no sense. Did you get my point?
So we, at the same time, sir, we also tried to show that there will be no threats of new entrants, which is actually a strength. That thing we thought that this should also
But
come up.
that should have been a part of the SWOT analysis, not porters 5 forces. The information you gave, you could have directly written it in SWOT analysis, or if that point is a derivation of from porters 5 forces, then you should have presented porters 5 forces first, and then SWOT analysis should have been in the second slide. I mean, in the third slide. Right? All right. Then the big idea. Stop. So you had 3 ideas, right? You had 3 big ideas, and you actually spent maximum amount of your presentation time behind the options you did not choose. If you did not choose option A and option B, do not spend that much time on explaining why did not you choose that. Rather, choose maximum of your time explaining why you chose the one you chose.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Sir, I beg your pardon. That is, we were told that we had to give in with the references, and there were something like.
To
Justify.
justify it is not
All right. So if we
We are
talk about it,
We are binded by the rules and procedures.
and
Yes,
for the
absolutely.
magnitude of percentage in that. So
all right. So that was 10%, right?
Yes, sir.
So then I'll come to this. When they wrote that evaluation of alternatives and solutions, big idea is not the one they're talking about. They're talking about the strategies you make. Big idea is the vision
Yes, sir.
through which you go by, right? Mission, vision, and other stuffs
Yes.
we do in business 101. So they did not talk about the alternatives you had for big ideas. They talked about the alternatives you have when you would be implementing the strategies.
Yes, sir.
So again, a mistake. Then could we go to the logo? No, the logo. Professional education and training, right? 2 questions regarding the logo. Number 1, why the name is in English? Why not in Bengali?
So the general mindset is that it is for vocational training is for substandard people and for the village people, let's say parsing, those who are not capable. So if the logo still remains in Bengali, then that mindset might still remain that this is for that people to increase the sort of because English in
Another
general.
thing about the product, yes. They think that these people going to vocational training, they don't even know English. They don't have proper education, but the real fact is far away from that. They even study physics, chemistry, and English. So when we give the English text on the logo, people realize, okay, they're studying this and their logo has English. Okay, they don't. It's not like they don't understand English. They do. We need to change the perception of the people. Bangla is great, obviously. The thing is, people think that these people only know Bangla and nothing else. So we are changing that perception in the minds of everyone.
All right. Why?
In addition to him, like the perception of our mind for Madhyamik and SSC, it's different.
Right. It is.
That is why if we have like the perception is different in case of Karigori and professional.
All right.
So if we like select professional, that will be that can aware people.
All right. Taken. Point taken.
Okay, sir.
This is the logo, right? This is the final logo. This is the final logo, right?
This is the final idea.
This is a kind of idea.
Proposal.
What would you change if you had to?
Better color. The
Which one?
gradient.
Which one? You would have
What?
changed, huh?
The what?
In the
torch.
the torch.
Yes.
And what color would have?
It will still be green, but better shade, more professional.
Which shade?
Something like that of the 8 device means we are doing, the government is doing so much.
So why not the shade of the flag?
Not exactly that, but it is.
No, why not
similar.
why not exactly that? It's a government-based project. You are awarding the people of Bangladesh A2I, which is a government-based fund. They are funding it. So why not simply putting up the color of
Because,
Bangladesh?
as much as we love green and red, we see it everywhere. It has to, since this is something new, it has to stand out.
But isn't
Still people are not clear about the shades of our flag. Because
no? But
many people use
since
different types of.
but since A2I is ideally they would be funding this project, right?
Yes.
As you are saying, and they are actually their officer is actually in the Prime Minister's office, right?
Yes, sir.
So from the essence of it, by the essence of it, there should be a sense of patriotism in the whole branding thing. That's what I thought.
This is why this is so similar to us. And so another thing, if you see the logo, the fire in the torch, that's actually a face. So we are representing the people.
The
the
people,
youth,
right?
who
So
are the
ideally,
torchbearers.
if not saying I'm a very good brand person myself, I did not work in brands. However, if I were in your place, I would have made the last person red, like the red we have in Bangladesh flag, and the torch would have been green. And then I would have told that since it's a government-based project, so we are showing that we would go by patriotism. That's how India works, and that actually works. Anyways, next segmentation, please. Segmentation was too blunt. Segmentation was very blunt, guys. You don't do segmentation like this. Segmentation has to be a bit narrower than what you did. I have two questions. These were observations, right? So I have two questions. Number one is, you said that you guys would go to school, college, and universities, right?
Yes, sir.
Name 2 or 3 universities where you will go. Where you will go and you would present your proposals to the students. Which universities will you go? You said universities, right? Yeah. So which university? Will you go to IBA or North South or University of Dhaka or Chittagong University? Which university?
So at first, we will try to go to the universities in the rural areas. At first.
Which rural area has an university, my friend?
Not rural actually.
outside.
Outside. Dhaka.
Why?
I beg your pardon.
Why do you think University of Chittagong does not provide or does not make sure that their students get job at a higher rate than North South or BUP or IB or any
Because
other?
because the employment rate.
Where did you find the employment rate? Did you go to website today when they gave you model and you checked the number?
So another part about this is, as I was mentioning during my presentation, the university faction actually represents most of our secondary audience.
Fine, then which school?
So,
Which school? Question is the same. Which school, which college, anything. Answer me anything.
we would be trying to cover schools in all the 64 districts.
Why Dhaka? Why would you go to St. Joseph Higher Secondary School or let's say Government Lab High School or Vikanisa? Why would you go and tell a student of Vikanisa that you go and learn vocational training?
So one thing is about the perception, the other is about taking the people I want there.
No,
So-
then why would you spend your manpower and resources in a place where you do not have any resource to
Sir,
extract from?
if we do not go to the renowned schools, the students of the primary schools which are outside of Dhaka, they will still feel themselves as inferior.
So we are trying to.
Let's say, if I
Yes, sir.
let's say let's say GP, right? Grammar Fund. Do they ever come to you and they tell you that, guys, GP is a bad example. Let's say IBA, right? Do IBA ever go and go to Vikanisa and tell that girls, when you grow up, please do come to IBA?
So that's the thing, because there's already this existing mindset that IBA will be posh. There is this mindset. There's no denying that.
So are you trying to make this vocational training posh?
available for everyone, but with a standard. A standard where even a BPharmacy student will go. A standard when a school girl from the village would also like to come. Something like BUET. From BUET, even I would like to go to BUET. Even a girl from this village school would like to go to BUET because BUET has the standard.
So why did not you go to BUET? Because you did not get admission.
Engineering and technology was not my field. That's why.
So you are studying in BUP, right? Or any other universities, IBA, North South, anywhere. So anywhere you study, who took the decision? Who took the decision that where you will study?
It was partially influenced by family and of
Family,
course,
right? So,
of course by me.
of course by
my
you, right? Of course by you. But partially, even a tiniest
Yes.
portion was taken by the family, right? Did you address that in your presentation? That how you guys are going to motivate the families? How you guys are gonna motivate the father whose dream or mother whose dream is to make her son a doctor or an engineer, regardless of the talent of his son of a son.
We did the ATL, we didn't have any detail for parents, but the ATL segment, as you can see, we have RDCs.
Right.
So RDC,
And does the mother back in Coxbazar, whose son is currently studying in school, does she actually listen to radio?
Nowadays people do actually.
You listen to radio because you listen to Radio Futti in Dhaka, but in Dinajpur, I am sure they do not listen to Radio Futti.
There's also TVCs and print media.
There is Bangladesh television.
Yes, but are you sure that people out there actually would spend their time watching and listening to the TVs and RDCs?
Yes, sir, if they would, because we will make the TVCs interesting enough, and since we're touching all the television media, radio, print media, either way it is going to reach them because print media like newspapers will always be available to them, and senior citizens will be interested in the news.
And sir, in addition to her, in the rural areas like in Cox's Bazar or nearby the hilly areas, people now till now people waits for the movie of Friday in Bangladesh television.
That situation changed 2 years ago, sir. Go and visit the hill areas and you'll see. All right. No more question. Last question, right? Last question. What about the campaign timeline? You did not have any campaign timeline. Will you run this program? Will you run this whole thing forever?
yeah.
A year. Only a year.
So initially,
As we are changing the name.
Then
Then
what?
And then we will see. We will evaluate.
What would be your evaluation KPI? Where will you think that it's a satisfactory campaign?
So, we'll have two surveys. First, before the campaign, and another after the campaign. We'd have asked them questions about what do they think about.
So let's say before the campaign, 10% of the people think that vocational training is cool. After the campaign, what is the percentage you want to have?
So at least it should exceed 15%.
Only 5%, 1 year.
Additional 15.
Additional 15, so that's 25%, right? 25% of the people say that it's cool. So you still are left with 75% of the pie. So
vocational training started from 90s. And
again, sir, my question is 25% of Bangladeshi population think that vocational training is cool. Are you happy with that, or you need additional money from A to I to fund the project?
It's
Think
not
and
about
answer.
the money, it's about the time. Because in 1 year, if I can change 15, only through my promotions, think about after restructuring the program, adding the youth exchange and other benefits, the youth ambassadors there, what would happen over the years when people actually see actual results from the campaign?
And actual results from the campaign would come after how many years?
So, hopefully within 5 years, we'll be seeing those people
So-
graduating and doing something.
Something. They would get a job,
Becoming the ambassador of
right? So they would say so 5 years for them to graduate, probably, and then
And also,
also 2-3 years or 4 years to get
also
established.
getting the opportunities.
So 10 years, 9 years, 9-10 years, maybe.
in
So
less
it's
than
the fact that IB did not become IB over a day. It took a very long period of time. We're not expecting over a day change.
No, you are not. Obviously, you're not. My question is, so how long are you going to have the promotional campaign? That's my question. I'm not saying bring success in within 1 year. I'm not saying that. I'm
This
saying
strategy we will go for a year
And
then we
take
will
feedback
restructure the
with,
strategy.
with milestones and then decide how far we should go with
again, what's the milestone again? 25%, 15% additional
Yes, sir.
coolness
In the first
factor
year.
in the first year. All right, thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for the presentation. So I have some basic questions. Just give your opinion. What is the basic difference between the general education and vocational?
So here the basic difference is, first we're trying to make a difference in the image, in the mindset of the people. Because if we kept vocational training as vocational training and not renamed it into professional training, the mindset would have remained. It's very hard to wipe out the mindset, but introducing something new and putting in their mind would be easy to do. That's why we changed the tagline vocational training into professional training, and also there's this additional incentive like certification system. HSC graduate does get an HSC graduation certificate. Similarly, a person who is doing the vocational training will get a HSC professional certificate. So the HSC remains there, so they will not consider themselves inferior. So that is a big change in the model.
And the basic difference between the general education and the vocational education that you asked the question about is like in general education we are not we do not read the trading part 1, trading part 2, these kind of chapters. We do not read the implementation of agricultural resources. We do not read about merchandising. We do not read about electricity resources, this type of things. But in vocational training, there are some compulsory subjects and there are some optional subjects. And the optional subjects, they read the professional kind of subjects in the optional subjects.
How you differentiate the technical training, professional training, and vocational training? Is there any practical idea?
Sir, I make your point. Can you repeat the
How you
question?
can differentiate the technical training, professional training, and vocational training?
Okay, sir. We are renaming the vocational training. If we go to the website of BTEB, Bangladesh Technical Education Board, you can see that there is a proposed syllabus of 2017 from which will be implemented from 2017. New syllabus for vocational training. That syllabus includes the technical training things, the subjects related to the technical training things. But what we are doing, we are just renaming, rebranding the term vocational training.
Okay. Your first task was the actual how vocational training program and facilitator can be redesigned.
Yes, sir.
If you redesign something, you have to know the existing system.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you give me just one example in the present system, the problems, what is the basic problem of that particular vocational training programs? They are either their curriculum, their syllabus, or other administrative problems. If we can clearly identify one specific example, then we can show, okay, we can redesign this way. Then
Chemistry. I might want to know about geography. I might want to know about history. So those options, those are not there. It's rigid. Another thing is the fact that even though we are saying it's all equivalent, at the bottom line, after I graduate from here, I'll get a certification from the technical Karigori Shiksha board, that is
The BTEB.
So what we want is not just equivalent. We want to say the same standard. We call it HS. Those are the changes we want to implement. We want to give the students of vocational training the freedom of more subjects so that they can pursue their knowledge in the respective fields that they want to, other than the professional only.
In general people, we have a perception like, okay, you are from a vocational background or you are from a technical background, you are a diploma engineer. Everyone from the BTEB certified students are not diploma engineers. Some go to merchandising, some go to agriculture, some go to poultry, etc. etc. But in SSC and HSC, they are all learning the similar kind of syllabus. Whereas in our general education system, we can go to business studies, we can go to humanities, and we can go to science.
okay. Just my overall comments is you have to. This is a very generalized assumption you mentioned, but you have to mention the specific. In every aspect, for example, even in use KPI or finance or other issues, you have to mention the specific recommendations, specific suggestions. You have to convince the authority. You have to make the I just want to know some specific area. For example, what is the international trend? Do you know international trend? The general education versus vocational. Do you have any idea?
Sir, I beg your pardon, sir.
Okay. Do you have any idea the international trend? For example, in Singapore,
Yes, sir.
what is the percentage of general education versus vocational? Do you have any idea?
So we don't have an idea about Singapore, but the trend in USA is that, especially after the recession, in most part of the world, and especially in USA, people are choosing professional courses over university courses because they don't want to stay 4 years in university and then get work and spend money in meanwhile. They want to start earning as soon as possible. So in USA and other developing nations, after the recession hit, the trend has been going towards professional courses from the mainstream college university education.
So
That has
last-
changed.
So last but not the least, in a narrower state, like we have identified the main problem, that is about the image crisis. So vocational training, vocational education training, that's the VET, has really a very high image crisis.
The message that they want to give to the people is not.
Okay, you are just emphasizing basically the vocational training, vocational curriculum or vocational system, but vocational education system. Vocational actually, if you look at the very big area, the professional, technical and others.
Yes, sir.
You mean
Some
to-
1 year courses, some 2 year courses, some 4 year
4-year
courses.
courses, starting from 1 to 4.
And some professional training
Diploma.
not only the education certification, but also other certifications,
Yes.
professional
Yes.
training.
We have made the code from SSC level to the higher level.